is off to a rocky start. Just 3 wins on the homestand against Arizona and Colorado. Then dropping a series to the Dodgers in L.A. Tonight they get the defending champs, who are also looking to gain ground in the race for the postseason. Steven Strasburg goes in the first of 4 from baseball's most scenic venue.
So the Nats have gone from the heat of Southern California to the delightful temperatures of the Bay Area. AT Park. Nats have played pretty well here in recent years. Not that well last October. And to get to October, some things need to change. Mets won again today. They swept Colorado 4 in a row. And now the Nats are also behind some other ball clubs in the wild card race. And things need to start improving, especially on the offensive end. Bob and FP, you come to play the champs. Some of the pitching matchups, as we talked about earlier, appear to be in the Nats' favor. This needs to be a productive weekend.
Well, it does, and they've had some success against this ball club, so that means a lot when you're coming into a ballpark where it's tough to win, and the Nats offense has to pick it up.
And we talk about temperatures because the Giants just don't seem to like D.C. in July. Hasn't gone well for them the last couple of years, and Gio got that weekend off to a great start.
Yeah, the July 3rd game, Gio Gonzalez was awesome, and the Nats went on to sweep the Giants in the series, but the big Game 1 win, 2-1. They only had 3 hits, but there were some big hits. Clint Robinson went deep. Remember that home run. So Jake Peavy, the loser in Game 1. Good vibes. They beat the Giants 2-1.
And then we went Saturday morning with an early start. Madison Bumgarner and Michael A. Taylor took him deep, just over the wall and left with that great 4th of July bat. Bryce Harper would do the same to the other side.
Yeah, 9-3 win. The sneaky hero was Tanner Roark, who came in for Steven Strasburg. So they won the second game against the Giants and then went for the sweep on July 5th, and Jordan Zimmerman was nice. A 3-1 win. He did everything right. The Giants were frustrated. It was the Sunday night game, you remember, and so sent the Giants packing back to California. I'm telling you, that home run by Wilson Ramos, you've had success against a ball club. You're playing them in their ballpark, and it's time for the offense to figure things out here tonight against the Giants. They figured it out round 1. Round 2 is about to happen.
And Drew Storn would save the Sunday night game as well, and that was a great weekend for the Nats before the All-Star break. Now we come to Steven Strasburg. If he makes his second start off the DL anything like his first, we might get the feeling that the old Strasburg is back.
Yeah, and the Giants people asking you today about Steven Strasburg and, just raving about how he's been when he came off the DL the first time. Fixed the mechanics, throwing through the target. He's got the stride consistent. The fastball velocity is up. And he's coming off one of the best starts we've ever seen the second time off the DL against the Rockies. 12 strikeouts, no walks. Only gave up 3 hits, a solo home run. Not even on a mistake pitch. Every once in a while a power pitcher is going to run into a barrel, and that was the case. So Steven Strasburg looking to pick up where he left off against the Rockies here against the Giants and set the tone for this series on the mound.
Yeah, and in that game against the Rockies, with the fastball, more than half of the time, we made a note of that during the game, and that thing was crackling 97, 98.
Yeah, even more than the velocity, Carp, is the philosophy, and that's just throw the fastball. Right. He's gotten back to falling in love with the fastball. It's a pitch that where if it got hit in the past, he'd go to the curveball and change and get away from it. After the solo home run, the biggest pitch of the game for Steven Strasburg, he went right back in the strike zone with his fastball.
Nats have had good success against Ryan Vogelsong over the years. Right now, he's out of the bullpen because Mike Leake is hurt, and they've had some other injury issues on their pitching staff, so not exactly an emergency situation for the Giants, but the Nats are not facing a pitching staff like they just saw in L.A. So this offensive thing we keep talking about and everybody's wondering about, does it take a couple of guys on in front of the big guys because somebody's got to set the table and make some things happen? This is not per se a home run ballpark.
Well, there's a lot of professional hitters down there, and it just comes down to pride sometimes. When you get shut out a couple nights in a row, it doesn't matter who it was. If it was Cy Young, Sandy Koufax, it's irrelevant, the names. We never used to talk about who the Nats were facing in 2012 and 2014. Yeah. It was they were facing the Nats. The opposite's been the case this year. And I think as a professional hitter, there's got to be some pride in this series that you say enough is enough, and like I said in the pregame show, open up a can of offense against the Giants.
And we hope it is a big can of offense tonight. AT&T Park, festive place even on a Thursday night. Hey, they're telling us wait till tomorrow night to see the atmosphere here. But with the Willie Mays statue out front, it's a tough place to win a baseball game for a visiting team.
bank for the achiever in you. From the Golden Gate Bridge, the gateway to the Pacific, a great look toward downtown San Francisco, the pyramid in the distance, AT Park down here at China Basin. And it'll be Strasburg and Ramos working together tonight. We hope working together well. It's delightful. 69 degrees at the ballpark. A little breezy, but that's San Francisco. Humidity is up some, but it's not a home run ballpark, and the Giants don't give up very many in this yard. Here's the Nats lineup. You can look down and see pretty much the regular configuration. Ian Desmond, career against Vogelsong, 4 hits, a homer, 6 RBIs, a double, and a triple. Some of the Nats have decent numbers against him. He has a career ERA of 4.41, 56 and 65. This year he's 7-8.
Hey, last start for Vogelsong, August 6th at Wrigley Field. 3 runs on 6 hits over 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 82 pitches. 26th start of the year for Vogelsong. You see the strikeouts to walks, 81 to 44. Opponents hitting .252 against the Giants right-hander. And it's time for the offense to figure someone out. You're hoping it starts here in Game 1 tonight. Set the defense for the Giants behind Vogelsong. Maxwell, Blanco, Pence the outfield. Crawford, Duffy left side. Tomlinson, Belt right side. And some guy named Buster Posey behind the plate.
Everybody talks about Buster's offense. He's thrown out 43% of opposing base runners this year, making only 1 error behind the plate. Beautiful venue. Ballpark opened in 2000. Seats just under 42,000. And every game pretty much a sellout here. Giants at home 31 and 24. Nats on the road 27 and 32. And now they're a season high 4 games behind the Mets, who crushed Colorado today. Vogelsong and Escobar. Game 1 of a 4-game set. And right on time at 10:15 Eastern. First pitch. And Escobar to left, heading for the seats, and it's gone. Nice catch, buddy. 1-0 Nationals. Ambush puts the Nats on top with Escobar's 8th.
That's opening up a cannon offense right there.
Vogelsong gives up his 16th of the year.
You know, I say it when other teams do it. That was a very long trot by Yunel Escobar.
It was.
And that had to get the Giants' attention. I mean, it's nice to see him bust out. It's nice to see a 1-0. There goes the no-hitter, by the way, and the shutout. And I'm telling you, there comes a time as a professional hitter, and there's a lot of professional hitters down there, when you have to say enough is enough. And it's not about game plan. It's not about who's pitching against you. It's not about where my hands are, my feet are, and what pitch I'm sitting on. It's about pride as a hitter. And you throw all those things out the window, and you just scrap, claw, and fight, and you find a way to beat somebody's brains in, for lack of a better word. And you're thinking it might start here tonight. At least the Nats are hoping it does.
Anthony Rendon, 1-for-4 career against Vogelsong. Breaking ball snaps in there. He's hit 12 of 17 games since coming off the DL. Fastball at 92. Anthony this year 35 hits in 35 games. 21-year veteran Laz Diaz has the plate. Chris Guccione 15 years at first. Corey Blazer 6 years second base. There's the crew chief Jeff Nelson in his 19th year working over at third. Counts even 2-2.
Well, check out the home run swing from Yunel Escobar. Fastball right down the middle. He's ready for it. And what does he have? What'd you see? A home run. That's all he has to say when he gets back to the Nats dugout.
Kind of funny, I saw as Escobar was rounding the bases, Laz Diaz looked over at the Giants dugout with that young man catching the ball. I think the home plate umpire sort of expected a possible challenge. Giants may have taken a quick look at it. And around the bases he went. Nats have a bunch of leadoff home runs now this year. 3-2 pitch. Rendon can't reach the fastball away.
I mean, this might have been the slowest trot I've seen all season. And once it was out of here, watch him break it down. I mean, this is slower than slow.
Man, you saw about half of it.
Yeah, we didn't have enough time.
So here's Bryce Harper. He sits safely 18 of his last 20 games. But everybody's saving their best for Bryce, and he hasn't been driving the ball a whole lot over the last couple of weeks. 324 during those 20 games, 2 home runs, 5 batted in.
Well, he loves hitting this ballpark. Love hitting here in October.
Boy, he had a great series. Vogelsong stands him up 2-0. "38-year-old right-hander in his second tour of duty, started his career with the Giants here 15 years ago. Some time in Pittsburgh, a little time in Japan. Some injuries, a lot of minor league appearances to get back to the big leagues, and Vogelsong's been with the Giants now parts of the last 4.5 years. Against the Nats, he's 1-2 career, 10 games, 6 starts. The ERA not good, 5.71. Bryce did not bite on the changeup, ball 3. Geared up for something to drive. Didn't get the call, did Vogelsong. Ball was close to the knees. He thought he might have had a strike, and Bryce walks for the 83rd time.
Well, remember Bryce versus the Giants in NLDS kind of had his "I'm going to show the world how good I am" party. And there wasn't a cheapie in the bunch. And I think the last one we're going to show you goes into the water. Yeah, splash hit. Bryce just taking his game to a whole different level. And Carp, you said a number of times this year, you think that that's where this year started last year against the Giants.
Man, I really believe that. The homers, doubles, left field, made all the right plays, threw to all the right bases. It was the first time we saw Bryce be spectacular and really totally under control for the first time. Strike 1 to Ryan Zimmerman, 17 for 55 since coming off the DL, and he's 3 for 8 career against Vogelsong. Laz Diaz not given the outside or the low strike just yet.
I tell you what, Bryce Harper's getting the reputation that if he doesn't swing, it's a ball. He's shown every umpire and every crew this year that he knows the strike zone is good or better than anybody in the National League, and when he takes a pitch, he's getting respect.
Big breaking ball, strike 2. So there he is at 309. Since his return, 11 of 17 hits, doubles or homers. Zimmerman hits it hard. What a stab by Crawford. And then Kelby Tomlinson, the rookie, not able to turn the double play, but that was robbery right there.
Well, a bullet off the bat of Ryan Zimmerman, but Brandon Crawford, as good as any shortstop in the league defensively, just saves a first and third one-out situation. And maybe a big-time first inning for the Nats. What a play by Brandon Crawford. That ball's hit so hard, I don't think it would have got into the gap on the ground, but who knows? It was a definite first and third situation.
Next up is Jason Worth. He, like Zimmerman, comes in 3 for 8 with an RBI against Ryan Vogelsong, and that's a curveball low. Jason 1 for 12 in the LA series and 8 for 52 since returning. Good run on that fastball.
Yeah, Jason talking about he feels as good as he ever has. He's just not seeing results. Not panicking at all. Likes where his swing is at. Just hasn't gotten as many hits as he'd like. I think that's the difference of being a veteran versus a rookie. If you're younger and you're not getting hits, you start tinkering. You start doubting. You lose confidence. Zimmerman's hit speed, what do you got there?
I say 106.
Oh. I'll give you that one.
That's a really great swing to not have anything for a reward. Crazy. And that's way outside, 3-1.
I think the difference when you're scuffling as an offense, you're hoping for hits, and you can't hope in baseball. When you're locked in, you know you're going to get a hit. You know you're going to barrel it up. You're not wishing for hits. You're not hoping one falls in. But when you're scuffling as a hitter, that's kind of the mindset.
That time he's going to give the call. That was not a strike to Ryan Zimmerman, and worth asking for consistency.
All right, see Buster Posey, the big-time reach. You saw pitch track, not a strike. And Jason Worth, who never argues with an umpire, is letting Laz Diaz have it.
Better be swinging now on 3-2. If it's close, Zimmerman will be getting a head start. Brandon Belt plays behind him. That is outside, ball 4.
Jason Worth thinking that's the same pitch.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit lower, but the same location. Maybe a hair more off the plate than the last pitch. I'll show it to you on pitch track. Why not? Fifth pitch? Yeah, it's just a little bit lower.
Big spot for Ian Desmond to get the Nats a crooked number first inning.
I'll tell you what, Jason Worth knows how to talk to an umpire, and when you see him square up and look an umpire in the eye and actually jaw with him, something was said there that got under his skin.
Oh, look at this.
First pitch 77 on the curve. So Ian Desmond, more career RBIs than anybody else on the Nats against Vogelsong with 6. He's had a long, long first inning.
Nibbling, picking. I mean, that's Vogelsong's deal, right? He tries to make strikes on the corner of the plate, and balls look like strikes.
One count, a lot of room in left center. It's a ballpark with big gaps. Well, Escobar broke that 19-inning drought, didn't he? With one swing, and now Desmond trying to add on.
Buster Posey can't have that many fingers.
Another step off, and here comes the catcher.
He's like, hey, I'm running out of fingers. What do you want to throw?
Nats came in hitting .249, 10th in the league. 5th in runs, 4th in home runs. Giants pitching staff, 3.72 ERA, 7th in the league. So out to left center, 364, then 382 further out than that. And then that monstrous triangle out in right center. Off speed breaking ball, and Desmond just eyeing it all the way into the dirt. Ball 2. Heating things up since the All-Star break. Last 22 games hitting .300, 16 batted in. Giants have been standing around a long time in this inning.
Need more fingers. I just see that Vogelsong doesn't have confidence in his stuff right now. He's throwing 2-1 changeups, everything to a corner. maybe that's the fact that the Nats beat him his last time.
That's outside, and the bases are loaded. Nothing really that close. So we've had a home run and 3 walks in the inning, with Wilson Ramos coming up.
Well, this is where you have to take advantage of opportunity, and opportunity has not been knocking at the Nats' door lately on offense. So you have the bases loaded first inning. Steven Strasburg yet to throw a pitch in this game, and Matt Williams would love a 2, 3, even a 4, a 5-run lead before his big right-hander takes them out. Dave Righetti out trying to calm down Vogelsong. He could see the frustration after that last walk.
Well, quandary for a hitter here. If you see something right down the middle, do you rip or do you make this guy throw more than 1 strike with the bases loaded?
You rip.
They swing Ramos around a bit to the other side with Gregor Blanco, the center fielder. And Vogelsong not even close to the strike zone right now.
And Wilson Ramos made an adjustment a while back going to his 2011 stance. If you notice, he's more in his legs, kind of in more of a squat position, sitting down, where he used to be standing up. So he's kind of sitting right there on his legs, still open.
Hits one to the right side, and that's Kelby Tomlinson throwing it on to Belt and keeping the Nats to 1. Yunel Escobar, another leadoff homer for the Nats. 1-0 Washington. Takes the mound with a lead, a 1-run lead, and he'll take on the Giants, who lead the National League in batting average at 270. 3rd in runs, 9th in home runs. Buster Posey is absolutely on fire. 390 in the month of August. Couple of doubles, homers, the RBIs. He's 6th in the league in hits. 2nd in batting average at 331, 10 behind Goldschmidt, and 6th in on-base percentage, 4th in RBIs with 75. He is the focal point of their offense. And here's Strasburg. 63% fastball. He threw 55 heaters out of 91 pitches his last time out. And he'll face Gregor Blanco, who's 4 for 15 career, against him with a solo home run, ball 1, fastball low. We're working on FP's headset. You'll be hearing from him shortly, we promise. Blanco 2 for his last 16. And a swing and a foul tip, and that one gets Wilson Ramos. Second pitch of the game. So Lee Kuntz eyeing him. Might have been the bat, huh? Here's the running fastball. And then right on top of the left hand with that index finger exposed. This ball out of play to the left side. Yeah, Strasburg, his 7th career start against the Giants, who've never beaten him, is 3-0 with a 2.76. No swing, according to Jeff Nilsson, the crew chief down at third base. Two-two pitch. And the fastball over and low. Well, the Nats only have 4 extra men working with an 8-man bullpen, as are the Giants. Clint Robinson, Tyler Moore, the switch hitters, Espinosa, Lobaton. Giants put Narichka Aoki on the DL today with a concussion. Recalled infielder Ryan Lawless, and they only have 3 other guys. Full count to the first batter with third baseman and a borderline rookie sensation, Matt Duffy, on deck. That's well hit right center, and Harper can't get there. This is at least 3 bases for Blanco. Bryce retrieves it. Ball skips in to Rendon, who throws it to Zimmerman, and it's a leadoff triple. They got a fastball right down the middle. And Bryce thought he could get there, ran a direct route to where he thought the ball was hitting. And not that close. Blanco with his 3rd triple of the year, and just like that, the tying run is at third base with nobody out. Next up is Matt Duffy. That's going to tie the game. Duffy, a simple swing to the right side. Whether Rendon got to it or not, this was going to be a 1-1 game. And for Matt Duffy, one of the outstanding rookies in all of baseball, that's his 52nd run batted in. And by the way, he is now 17 for his last 36 with runners in scoring position. Number 3 hitter Brandon Belt. And this guy's been a problem for a lot of pitchers. 7 of his last 11 hits have been home runs. 17 on the year. And he's on a 4-game hitting streak. Breaking ball low. 2-0. Brandon Belt 5 for 16 during his 4-game streak, and he has 52 RBIs. Him and the next 2 guys, serious RBI totals for the Giants. Nationals defensively 10th in the league. Jason Worth, Michael A. Taylor, Bryce Harper, the outfield. Desmond Rendon up the middle. Escobar Zimmerman at the corners, and Wilson Ramos already taking one on the left hand, handling Steven Strasburg tonight. Two balls, one strike. Giants have hit into 119 double plays. Brandon Belt just a couple of them as Strasburg fires one over. Duffy 5 for 5 stealing. Giants as a team don't run a ton. They're 10th in the league with 54 steals. Nats have 44. Fastball in, a one-hop throw, and a good job by Ryan Zimmerman of catching that ball that was skipping wickedly off the dirt. A little move towards second base by Duffy. Count 3-1. Strasburg still trying to retire his first batter. Three-one. Off to the left side. I think I just heard your headset as you picked it up, so welcome back.
I just went for a jog around the stadium.
Okay. You barely broke a sweat.
Yeah. I had to get my run in. I know we're on the air, but I just felt like getting my run in. Beautiful scenery, What happened? Anything?
Triple single. Just like that, game tied. A lot of things brewing here with Buster Posey on deck. 3-2 pitch. Do they run? No. And that's ball 4. And now Steven Strasburg's retired. Actually failed to retire his first 3 batters.
Well, his last start, it was smooth sailing. 12 strikeouts, no walks, 7 innings of 3-hit ball. And staked a 1-0 lead. It looks like his velocity down a tick and the command not where it was last start. Let's see if he can figure it out.
Buster Posey, base hit. Duffy coming around third. Worth drops it. Throws it into second behind the runner. And it'll be 2-1 San Francisco just like that. And that's Buster Posey's 76th run batted in. I don't think Jason had a shot at the plate.
Well, he didn't have a shot to plate, but I'm kind of shocked that Brandon Belt didn't take advantage of this. He kind of decelerated going into the second, thinking or assuming that Jason Worth was going to field this ball clean. And it's a good lesson for you younger base runners that you always go hard until the ball is secured in an outfielder's glove, and then you hit the brakes. Because once you slow down, it's tough to start up again. Anticipate what you just saw there with Jason Worth. You might go 99 times without it happening, but that 100th time when it does happen, you're going to look like a hero taking that extra base.
Well, Steve McCaddy a visit. And the Nats are in trouble here early. Hunter Pence, followed by their second leading RBI guy, Brandon Crawford. Pence 0 for his last 9. But he has driven in 24 runs in 29 games since coming back from that left wrist tendonitis. Breaking ball, a low strike call from Laz Diaz, and Pence didn't like it. Jams him with a fastball. And he goes with the 0-2 hook. Belt at second, Posey at first. And he throws the 96 by him. First out of the game, badly needed at this point.
Oh, you remember his last start was all about the confidence in the fastball, and Steven Strasburg, when he needs it out the most. in a first inning jam, just throws it right down the middle past Hunter Pence. Maybe thinking about some off speed, got the express, big first out here in the first.
So Nissan tracking that. And now it's Brandon Crawford, who's really having a breakout offensive season. We've known how good this guy is as a shortstop, but 71 RBIs.
Keeps looking at the landing area. You know, Steven Strasburg loves the mound at Nats Park, and every once in a while on the road he runs into a mound he doesn't like, but the way he's landing and kind of falling off toward the first base dugout, the mechanic's a little off, and I just don't think he likes the mound. That's all it takes is kind of a little slip, or you're not digging in. And pitchers will tell you every mound's different on the road.
Didn't get the call, 3-0.
That said, it shouldn't matter. Got to find a way.
Yeah. Well, Stevens' first ever big league start on the road was a rough one with the mound in Cleveland. After he had struck out those 14 Pirates, we had numerous delays in that ball game way back in 10 when the ground crew actually had to come out and work on the mound. That's in there, 3-1. Crawford 3 for 10 career against Strasburg, facing the Giants for the 7th time. Wow, reached back 95 that time.
A pretty big swing by Brandon Crawford. He was thinking put one in the water, just couldn't catch up to the fastball in. It was supposed to be away.
Big pitch, 3-2, 2 aboard, 1 out, and 2 runs in. Swing and a miss. So 96 to get Pence, 95 to get back in the count for Crawford, and then another 96 to him.
Well, a nice comeback by Strasburg here against Brandon Crawford, and he's doing it again with the fastball. The command isn't there yet, trying to find the rhythm in this ball game, but the velocity definitely is.
Let's go inside the numbers with Jeep. Strikeouts per 9 innings since the start of 2012, and Steven right behind Max Scherzer. Yu Darvish over 11.2. That's kind of crazy. And then a couple of great pitchers in Sale and Kershaw. Breaking ball to the former Nat Justin Maxwell for a strike. Justin's hit for some power here. 7 homers, 25 RBIs, but in this ballpark he's 6 for his last 48. And that breaking ball had him taking a very defensive swing. Quite a battle back by Steven Strasburg. First 4 guys reach, next 3 down, 2-1 Giants. goes with never stop improving. And head-to-head, the Nats have dominated the Giants 16 out of 22. Runs a game about a game and a half, rather a run and a half difference per game. Batting average is similar. No contest runners in scoring position. Slugging and home runs. Nats hit 3 for their 2 as a rule. But as usual, some teams beat the Giants during the regular season. But the Giants have a way of turning the tables on a lot of different ball clubs in October. 30th pitch from Ryan Vogelsong. Outside, second inning underway.
Matt caught up with his old teammate Barry Bonds today before the game. Had a chat in his office. Barry in the house.
Fastball up to Taylor. 1-1. Michael A. 1 for 2 career with an RBI against Vogelsong. And he took a little bit off in that changeup, ran back to the outside edge.
And Vogelsong's got to feel like he's got a do-over, right? First pitch home run, down 1-0. He's got the bases loaded in the top of the first and gets out of it with just 1 run. Now he gets on the mound for the second, and he's got a 2-1 lead.
And Taylor totally goes out of the strike zone to strike out for the 112th time.
80s Night Nats Park, Saturday, August 29th. That'll be fun. Break out your leg warmers, neon. Nats take on the Marlins, 7:05. Special ticket purchase. You get that Rubik's Cube right there in the right-hand corner while supplies last. For details, special ticket information, visit nationals.com/80s.
Steven Strasburg. Last time he pitched, got his first 3 hits of the year in consecutive at-bats. Infield hit, clean single to left, and then another one in innings 2, 4, and 6. So Vogelsong threw 29 pitches first inning. Strasburg 26.
Did you see Posey's sign right there? He put fastball, then he went thumb away, and then he did his hand up. So he wanted fastball away, up. And Vogelsong put it exactly where he wanted it.
And Strasburg stays with the breaking ball to foul it away. What a take.
Seems spitting on his batting glove, not used to them being this dry. No humidity here in San Francisco, and you're used to a little moisture in your gloves, and it makes them stick to the bat hand a little bit better. And you see Strasburg between pitches spitting on his top hand. If he does that on the mound next inning, it'll be a story.
3-2 with 1 out. And Strasburg foul tips it into the mitt of Buster Posey for the second out. And that's 3 Ks for Ryan Vogelsong. So the first time through the order, the Nats go 1 for 6 with 3 walks.
You want your stat of the day?
Ready.
Opponents are hitting .321 against Vogelsong with 10 doubles and 9 home runs with 2 outs.
So there's a rally brewing.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
There's a chance to score this inning.
Here we go. Think he's going to get a first pitch fastball? I doubt it. Well, he was thinking like I was thinking. Same pitch he hit out. No way he's throwing that again. Whoops. Or maybe he was thinking he was taking one in the side.
That's a breaking ball that he hits well to left center. Running it down, Justin Maxwell. The Nats go 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts and a fly ball. Strasburg back to work on a gorgeous night by the Bay.
Years now, and I asked Noah earlier today what he thinks needs to improve are the final 6 weeks of the regular season for this Nationals team to get where they want to get. Noah told me that he thinks the key is communication, whether on the field or off the field before or after games. He said that can be a reliever going to coaches and saying he needs a day off. It can be an infielder saying he has an idea how an opposing hitter should be shaded, one player going to another and pointing out a trend. He said communications win championships. We need to be a family, talk to each other, and be in this together.
Great stuff. Throw in some timely hitting and good pitching and solid defense. When you're talking Cards, you're talking Coons. Dan with our Coons.com sideline report. That's a fastball up. And it's 2-0 to the number 8 hitter, the rookie Kelby Tomlinson.
I like his glasses. Strong.
Called up when Joe Panic went on the DL recently. That's a strike. At Double-A Richmond and Triple-A Sacramento, he hit a combined .321 this year.
I'm just thinking if communication is the key, which, you know, Randy's making some good points. I mean, that's what we do, right? We could give Randy some tips on communicating, teach him how to read a few promos.
Did you say something?
Huh?
I didn't catch all of that.
I wasn't listening.
3-1.
What's the count?
Fastball up. That thing is hammered. And it's out to that deep gap again to the right of the 421. And unless you can't run it all, that's a guaranteed triple. And the Giants' first two leadoff guys have put it right out there tonight.
Well, for those of you that don't know, that's called Triples Alley out there in right center field. And when they designed AT Park, Peter McGowan, the former owner of the Giants, was from New York. And you remember all the old ballparks there, they were big and there was lots of triples, and he thought that was the most exciting play in the game, a triple. So he made the ballpark's dimensions such as that's Triples Alley, and that's where you hit it if you want a triple.
There's Ryan Vogelsong, who has 4 hits this year, 9 career RBIs. First of his career. He was a 12th rounder 4 years ago out of a town called Chickasha, Oklahoma. He went to Texas Tech. Big drop and hook on that curve. 1-1. 4 hits already for the Giants. They're 4 for 7 with a base on balls, and that's a strike at the knees.
A long look at a sign and 2-strike count. I don't think Vogelsong will try to bunt right here, but it might be his best chance if he lays one down and Tomlinson gets a read. See if he goes with that fastball up again.
Goes with the hook and gets a half swing, and that is strikeout number 3.
He threw a curveball in the zone for a strike, and then he expands with 2 strikes. And Vogelsong with a half swing can't hold up.
So Mercedes-Benz tracking a nasty 2-strike pitch.
Pretty good bunter here, and Blanco too.
Infield, in, like it was for the pitcher. Blanco a triple, right center, first time up. And Strasburg drops an 80 breaking ball in on him. You'd think the Giants would just have a ton of triples, right? Their opponents have 4 more than they do. 2 tonight, 28 on the year. You would think most of those right here.
Well, a lot of fast guys have missed a lot of games this year. We talk about Joe Panik being out right now with a sore back. He's been out for 2 weeks. It's not responding. Angel Pagan's had knees, backs, everything going on. Hunter Pence missed all that time with the broken wrist, so makes sense, really.
And as I mentioned, they lost Aoki today. DL with a concussion.
Got hit in the head by Jake Arrieta fastball. It's a good pitch.
Wow, some run to that 96. Close, but ball 2.
Little comeback fastball. Strasburg wanted it, put it right where he wanted to. Didn't get the call.
Yeah, we're in the bottom of the second. A lot of hitters still wondering where the strike zone is, and pitchers for that matter. That's a great pickoff by Rendon. Man, that ball had some hair on it going into right field, and Anthony picked it off to his left to hold that runner. 2 outs.
Kind of shocked it up 2-1. The Giants didn't go contact play right here with Tomlinson on third base. If they do, he scores easy. Just for the fact that Rendon went to his left. Well, I don't know if he scores easy, but they would have had a chance. Nice play by Anthony Rendon.
Boy, when you're in like that, very little reaction time. So here's Duffy, who took a great swing his first time up. Problem is for him this time, there are 2 outs, and he moved the ball to the other side. It happened to go through, and he's driven in 52 runs. Strasburg with a big-time hook going right now.
For a strike. He's always got a big-time hook. It's whether he throws it for a strike early in the count and then expands with 2 strikes.
So recently, Duffy hitting .472 with runners in scoring position. There's another one for a strike. He wasn't guessing that. 0-2.
Well, now you get creative. You have a lot of ways to get out a tough hitter, and it doesn't have to be on this pitch. You go back to that curveball next pitch. 2 pitches from now, set it up with a fastball. All kinds of options.
That one blocked by Ramos. He keeps it close, and a lot of fans right below us here behind home plate reacting.
That got Ramos square.
Yeah. Now he's banged up again.
He's having a rough night here. Buffalo getting beat up here in San Francisco. Where'd this one get him? Did it get up underneath his mask, or did it get him high in the chest protector? Couldn't tell from that angle. Yeah, up under the mask collarbone piece, looks like. Good block, good hustle. Nice play.
One-two pitch, and he goes with the curveball again. Matt Duffy from Long Beach State, giving hope to 18th rounders everywhere by what he's doing in the big leagues in his 4th professional season. There's the fastball. He holds on too long, 3-2. Challenge fastball up and fouled back.
I don't know if he said this his first time up, Carp. I was jogging around the stadium, but he leads all NL rookies in batting average, 304, hits 112, total bases 169, ranks 2nd in RBI with 51, and multi-hit games 28.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy here who has a lot of numbers better than Jock Peterson and some of the other rookies out there. I mean, you hit over 300 well into your rookie season. That's saying something. Plus the clutch hitting he's been doing for the Giants. Serves that one out to right, and Bryce is there to grab it. So the leadoff triple, and Strasburg, 2 good jobs tonight of pitching out of jams, but a lot of stress in the first 2.
You go back to Gregor Blanco, the 3rd pitch of the sequence. Steven Strasburg runs back the fastball, doesn't get the call. Watch Las Diaz. Dugout saying, "Where was it?" He's saying, "It's in, it's in." And then after the inning, Steven Strasburg strolls over to Las Diaz very calmly and says, "Where was that pitch?" "It was in." You can see Diaz, "It was in." And Strasburg saying, "I need that pitch. I ran it back. It was a strike and you missed it." Or something to that effect.
Good stuff. Game within the game within the game, really. Taking it a couple of steps farther. 42 pitches, Vogelsong, 46, Strasburg, first 2 innings. Anthony Rendon, low and away. Struck out swinging first time up after the Escobar leadoff homer. And Vogelsong really worked the outer part of the plate well with the heaters. Got a curveball that time. So the Nats have had 7 game leadoff homers this year. Escobar's 3rd.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think 2 of the 3 were on the very first pitch of the game. Cole Hamels threw him a first pitch fastball. He went deep. And then tonight off Ryan Vogelsong, a first pitch fastball went deep.
Those are true leadoff homer.
Yeah.
First pitch.
And on the road, especially tonight. First pitch of the game. The other one was at home against Hamels.
1-2 to Anthony. And Rendon off to the right side.
Beautiful sight. Oakland in the distance. There are nights when the A's are home. We can see their stadium lights.
But you can't see their fans?
I can see Mount Davis.
Because they're not there.
Rendon hits one hard to the other side. Kelby Tomlinson puts it away.
Enjoy the Nats in Miami. Who doesn't want to go to Miami in September 11th through the 13th? They take on the Marlins because that's where the Marlins play, in Miami. It's the Nationals destination travel package. Don't delay. The space is limited. We'll be there. I'll take you out to the Pinocchio Dolphins, and we'll all have a good time and take some selfies. Visit nationals.com/destinations for details and to book your trip today. They're going to Miami. Although this yard's hard to beat.
Yep. Fantastic setting. Down in the China Basin area. You can't see it from where we are, but to the left of us, the Bay Bridge starts its way to Treasure Island and then over to Oakland. And then further west, the Golden Gate. And that's a fastball that misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Always a full house. Grateful Dead night tonight here at AT Park.
Yeah.
I think most nights.
A lot of people walked in tonight, said, "Who we playing?"
Based on experience, I think most nights are Grateful Dead night here at AT Park, if you know what I mean.
There's an Expo fan amongst the orange and the black. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah! And a fastball up. Bryce Harper struck out. Vogelsong, very shaky start. Nats couldn't make him pay for the walks, and now he's finding his groove.
Well, like I said, he got a redo. You know, first pitch home run, bases loaded. He gets out of that jam with just giving up the solo shot. Then his ball club gets him 2, and you feel like you're starting this thing fresh again with a 1-0 lead, up by 1.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman. Absolutely robbed by Brandon Crawford on a 6-4 fielder's choice when he gashed it first time up. Crawford dove to his left, got a force play, and with what happened after that in that first inning, that might have prevented the Nats from scoring another run or 2 or maybe more.
Yeah.
That's to the outside edge. 1-1. Living out there and getting the calls. Vogelsong throwing well. 38 years of age, Ryan Vogelsong. 8-13 and 32 starts for the Giants last year. He put back-to-back good seasons together in 11-12, going 13-7 here, and then 14-9 for the second time world champions in that 3-ring run they're on right now.
Yeah.
And Zimmerman strikes out. Couple of Ks. Now the Nats have gone down 7 in a row in a 2-1 game.
Giants 2, Nationals 1. Bottom of the third, Brandon Belt. Strasburg walked him first time up.
I'll tell you what, huge tip of the cap to Steven Strasburg early in this game for working on some jams. A lot of adversity going on behind him. First inning could have been a lot worse, held it for 2 runs, then a leadoff triple in the second, and a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. He was out of it. So battling, and he's doing it with the fastball mostly.
It was a pretty good curveball at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes.
He's doing it with the curveball mostly.
I would agree with both of those statements. And he tried to bury one and get Belt to bite. 3-4-5 for San Francisco here in the third. Belt, Posey, Pence. No swing, says Jeff Nelson, confirms it. The crew chief down at third base. That is some serious heat. Strikeout number 4 above belt high, right down the middle. First out, third inning, and he finally retires the leadoff guy.
Well, we showed you the conversation that Steven Strasburg had walking off the field after the second with Laz Diaz. That pitch in a very similar spot to the one he wanted against Gregor Blanco. Had a nice chat with Laz Diaz. Throws the same pitch. This time gets the call.
Great acceleration on the Mercedes-Benz pitch track. Here's Buster Posey, RBI hit first time.
Yeah!
On the attack early, and there's another one to that deep gap. Harper can't cut it off. Buster Posey cruising into second base.
That's doubles alley with Buster Posey. Right?
Yeah, he doesn't have a triple this year, but that's his 19th double. He's seen 2 pitches tonight.
Well, he's a good fastball hitter, and this one kind of runs back right down the middle. You see Wilson Ramos with the 1-glove reach. And an elevated fastball, Posey on it, and you take it, no, you take it, but Buster Posey cruising in a second with a 1-out double.
Tell you have a right fielder and a center fielder that have had to run and cover some serious ground tonight. Here's Hunter Pence.
You know, where Bryce Harper's playing tonight, most right fielders play here, maybe even a step over, because this is where the most ground is to be covered, and usually because it's so short down the right field line, you give up the right field line here because there's no real estate to cover, and you'll see right fielders taking away that right center field gap all the time. It almost looks weird sometimes because you'll see right fielders playing in this area, almost like PNC Park and left and center there.
Only 309 down that line over there, as you mentioned.
Yeah, there's no need to cover that area because it's going to hit the wall, ricochet, and you got to play it. So you'll see right fielders cheat over more.
Well, let's pay attention to something. Next half inning when Hunter Pence goes out there, we'll keep an eye on how he plays certain net hitters, because Worth, Desmond, and Ramos will be coming up, and those are guys that can shoot that gap pretty well. But you bring up a good point. I mean, you get hurt to right center, not down the line here.
That's where the damage is done. The extra base hits are.
Fastball on 2-1, and Hunter Pence well late for it.
Played a lot of right field in this ballpark, and there's times when you felt uncomfortable because you were so far in the gap. Almost like you were just in uncharted waters out there, but you know that's the philosophy here. Take away that right center field alley.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Pence has driven in 37 runs. 3 for 14 career against Strasburg. And that ball rifled into right. Posey had to hold up to make sure it got through. He's going to come home anyway. And wow, a big-time chance by Buster Posey. And Bryce Harper gets his 5th outfield assist of the year. He was not running full speed right off contact.
No, good point. It almost like there was some confusion coming around third base, and Roberto Kelly set him. And we'll take a look at it again. And Kelly trying to catch Bryce Harper napping. That's all that was about. Did you see him waving? Buster Posey like crazy trying to speed him up. He saw Harper kind of cruise into that baseball. And Posey's thinking, why in the world are you sending me Roberto Kelly? Come on.
Yep.
You know that's what's going through his head. That's Bryce Harper, and right. And that's a product of Kelly watching video and seeing Bryce Harper lay back on some balls, and he thought he could catch him napping. Not that time.
One hop rocket home by Bryce. Ramos handled it. 2 outs, runner at first. So the Giants lose a runner in scoring position, and Brandon Crawford's the hitter.
And somewhere in the Nats dugout, Bob Headley saying, I see what you're doing now.
Good breaking ball, backdoor style out there. 0-1 to Crawford, who struck out swinging first time up. Now that was an uncertain sort of swing on another great breaking ball. Got him. 83 in the dirt.
Love what you're seeing from Strasburg tonight. Battling, fighting, threw a lot of adversity behind him.
Had quite a night here. Vogelsong hit hard there by Roger Bernardina.
Shark.
Safe at first.
Shark attack. Shark sighting.
Bruce Bochy not happy, tossed. And why would he be happy? The Nats got a run in the first, 7 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and beat the Giants 14-2. Kurt Suzuki all over the place. That was Gio Gonzalez' 21st win of the year.
That was Mr. Clutch, Scory the Shark, who high-fived the Beast in the on-deck circle. I think I got to get back to some more nicknames.
And Jason Worth was a late scratch from that game because his ankle hurt. He did undergo an MRI, but he probably would have liked to have been out there.
That was good time.
How about that? 14-2. Brought to you by University of Maryland University College.
Well, we talked about it early in the game today. There's been a lot of talk about who the Nats are facing, and it used to be the other way around. You're facing the Nats, and it didn't matter the name on the back of the jersey, whether it was Clayton Kershaw. We saw Jason Worth going deep off him twice last night in a game in 2013. So, you know, when your offense isn't very offensive, a lot of emphasis put on who you're facing, but it used to be the other way around.
2-1 pitch. Worth a high fly ball. Brandon Belt over to have a look. Well out of play. Well, I guess it's time to offend some opposing pitchers.
Well, taking that a step further, when you're the defending champ, you have to make people come up and play to your level. And it seems like for me, the majority of this season, it's been the other way around. And the Nats are trying to play the other team. And if you have that swagger as a championship ball club, no, you're playing me. I'm not playing you. And you have to bring your A game to beat me. And that's the attitude they're trying to get back to here with 49 games left. That swagger, that passion, that hungry attitude they had to win a championship for the first time in that year we just showed, 2012. And then get back to that right here in 2015. They had it last year, that never say die attitude. When they were down by 2 runs, they'd say, we got you right where we want you. And fight and claw and scrap. And even if you died hard. Trying to figure that thing out. And there's time to do it. But you got to do it soon.
2-2 pitch. Worth takes one away, ball 3. Walked his first time after a bad call for strike 2, and then a similar pitch for ball 4. He sees a lot of pitches, Jason Worth. 3-2 with nobody out. Hits it to the left side, Brandon Crawford. That's 8 in a row. Desmond and Ramos the next 2. So there's this road trip. The Nats come home for 2.5 of the next 3 weeks when this road trip's done. Only a 3-game trip to St. Louis interrupts a long time at home. So 29 against the East. Still home and home with the Mets. Counting tonight, 7 more on this road trip. So when the guys come home a week from now from Denver, it'll really be a disparity on the side of the home schedule.
Home schedule, road schedule, you got to win. Cy Young, 5th man of rotation, AA call up, you got to win. Buckle up, it's big boy baseball time the rest of the way.
2-0 to Desmond. Ian walked first time.
And just for the record, I'm betting they find it.
.30. Three balls, 1 strike. Ian Desmond has hit safely in 16 of his last 22 games at a 300 clip. He's taken more walks lately. Cut down on the strikeouts recently. Target in. And he misses well over on the other side. It's hard to walk Ian Desmond twice in a game, but that's at least the second time Ian's done that in the last week or so.
Now it's time for your T-Mobile fan photo promo dealie. Your strongest fan photo using hashtag NatsCouchCam, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. I'm a T-Mobile guy. I do a great job. Crushing. Wiping. Yeah, it's not a good hot dog unless you get half of it all over your face.
And soon his neighbors will know whether or not he had the garlic fries.
Ooh.
Had to try him a couple years ago. Problem was it was within half hour of game time.
Yeah. Your breath still
I
reeks, by the way.
You were handing me floss and mints and
you still haven't gotten over that.
They were wonderful, but I tell you, you pay a price.
And that's all you smell if you've ever been to AT
I'm going
Park.
Dodger dog or garlic fries. I got to go with the dog.
Yeah, dog's
does less damage.
Well, it's a gut bomb. Fries not so much, but then yeah, you just can't get around anybody.
Ramos hits it hard. Even Crawford can't get to that. And Ian Desmond, with a play right in front of him, goes to third base. So Wilson Ramos checks in with the Nats' first hit since the Escobar home run. Corner situation, 1 out.
Well, nice adjustment, nice read by Ian Desmond. Nice swing by the Buffalo, first of all. Good effort by Brandon Crawford. He can't come up with it, but watch Desmond bow out as soon as he sees the ball get into left field to make a turn at second base. So Crawford kind of slowed it down. That allowed Desmond to get to third with 1 out. Now it's up to Michael Taylor to tie this game up or more.
I'm amazed that Brandon Crawford even got a touch on that ball. Some kind of range. Michael A. Taylor struck out swinging first time. He just got out of control and swung at a fastball up around his neck. So he's got to be smart here. That's the tying run at third base. Pitcher on deck, but only 1 out. He saw a pitch he thought he could drive straight back and win.
Michael A's been clutch all year. Trying to tie this game up. Runners in scoring position. There it is, 371.
16 RBIs his last 20 games. They give him left center. And this ball popped up. That's not going to get the job done. Pulled in by Tomlinson. 2 outs. It's up to Strasburg.
Big out for Ryan Vogelsong.
Steven Strasburg had a good at bat first time. Battled with 2 strikes. Fouled off a pitch before striking out. And right now it's the tail end of the second time through the order for Ryan Vogelsong.
See where Pence is playing even against Steven Strasburg. He's over, and then earlier in the inning he was about a click over right where that first archway is.
Yeah. So you know he's playing regulation hitters over there if he's there for the pitcher.
Oh, boy.
Good block by Posey.
Stephen Hunting, his first RBI of the year. He has 13 career runs batted in. .90 fading in, 1-1. That one to the outside half. Third base Desmond walked with 1 out, scooted over there on the Wilson Ramos base hit. 2-6-0 Giants, 1-2-0 Nats. And Steven takes the fastball outside. 2-2.
getting pitched to right here. Obviously a one-run ball game. Vogelsong knows Strasburg can hit, and he's trying to make a big-time pitch. A little respect. Fastball in.
Got him. Looked like a little sink at the tail end. Vogelsong 6 strikeouts. He's held the Nats at bay, so to speak, since that Escobar homer. Telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. Bottom of the 4th. Steven Strasburg, 60 pitches, 36 strikes. He's given up 6 hits, but he's kept this close with the strikeout capability fastball breaking ball combination tonight. That's a hook upstairs to Justin Maxwell. Justin out of the University of Maryland.
University College?
No, this is the big one.
All right.
Nats made him a 4th rounder in 05. 6 years in the minors with the Nats, the Yankees, the Royals. Parts of the last 2 years before this with KC, and the Giants picked him up as a minor league free agent last November. He shares something with you, by the way. Parents, teachers.
Oh, all right.
Really smart family. Out of Sherwood High School. And that's in there, 3-1. Fastball, he overpowered the right-handed hitter. Bryce Harper on the run. And they're in plenty of time for the first out.
On the road traveling? Yeah, we are. You want to watch your Washington Nationals? Sure. Subscribe to MLB.TV Premium for live or on demand on over 400 devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking, and more. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
There's Kelby Tomlinson. And that's a fastball up in the zone, out toward the outer half. Tomlinson went 3 for 3 in his first major league at bats.
And then
he was 0 for 9 until his triple tonight. So he's been feeling good to be back in that hit column.
I don't know how you hit with glasses on. I don't get that. I barely do this with them on.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nasty curveball. Steven Strasburg, strikeout number 6. 2 down with Vogelsong coming up.
I mean, if I get a smudge on these in the middle of a scorecard mark, I'd freak out. I can't imagine being in a batter's box and just not having your glasses perfectly clear, or maybe even fog up in the middle of an AB. But a good curveball from Strasburg, and looked like Tomlinson not picking it up.
Yeah, and he walked away, so Ramos didn't have to apply the tag. Ball bounced up into his mitt. Here's Vogelsong. Strasburg struck him out first time. You just like the way the fastball, free and easy on the motion, is just exploding out of his hand. And then the breaker is upstairs, 2-1. Steven is 6-5 on the year. His ERA came down 0.4 of a run in that recent game against Colorado. And there's the bouncer to the right side in the 1-2-3 inning he's been looking for. So in the 5th, both teams will have top of the order. First up, Escobar, Rendon, and Harper.
Very first pitch of this baseball game, right down Broadway. And Yunel Escobar, who's done this a number of times, still gets a lot of first pitch fastballs. Nice catch by that fan in the blue shirt. And a long, slow home run trot by Yunel Escobar.
So we have had a parade.
And he did the whole thing at home plate with his arms in the air doing... I don't know what that means. I'll have to ask him.
Well, that triple by Blanco. Yeah, trouble in the first inning. And here we go, top 5 with Escobar. That home run was his 122nd hit of the year. Still in the top 10 in that category. That was not a fastball. He got a hook 76.
First pitch fastball, homer. Next time up, first pitch fastball right down the middle. He said there's no way he's throwing it. Took it. This time he said, is he going to do it 3 times in a row? Nope. Went with the curve.
Got jammed on that one, but Hunter Pence able to run in and grab it.
Tuesday, August 25th. Mark your calendar. 7:05 start. Padres in town, but that's not the real news.
Who's that?
First 25,000 fans. You get an Anthony Rendon Garden Gnome. Check out hashtag RenGnome in the Nationals Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Follow his adventures on the Nats West Coast trip. I've seen him. He was with the Jason Worth Garden Gnome the other day. They were in Hollywood together. Serious.
Wow.
They were on TMZ.
And they looked quite normal walking down Sunset Boulevard.
No, they didn't. They were about 4 inches tall. That's not normal.
2-0 to Anthony. Hard line drive last time, picked off by the second baseman Tomlinson. 0 for 2. 1 for 6 career against Ryan Vogelsong. He's been moving that fastball around, but now he's gone 3-0 in a 1-run game to the batter in front of Bryce Harper. Gets it back full. Payout pitch with 1 out. And Rendon gets the fastball blown by him. 7 strikeouts for Vogelsong.
Oh, Bryce Harper with a great play, keeping it 2-1, third inning. Base hit by Hunter Pence, and Buster Posey was sent by Roberto Kelly. And see Kelly kind of waving him all the way. I think he was trying to catch Bryce Harper napping out there. That's the only thing I can come up with, because there's no way that Buster Posey should be running on Bryce Harper ever.
Yeah.
Good job by Wilson Ramos on the tag.
So here's Bryce. Gets a first pitch curveball in the dirt. 2 for 10 career. A couple of walks against Vogelsong. One of those tonight. Vogelsong had 44 strikeouts in 106 innings coming in. Tonight he has 7 strikeouts in 4 2/3. Harper into right field. And Bryce has now hit safely in 19 of his last 21 games. Taking the singles right now, but hopefully start driving the ball soon and doing damage.
Well, he'll drive the ball soon and do damage when that back knee is healthy. We talked about it last night. He was having trouble staying on the back side, and whenever you have a leg kick and all that weight shifts to that back leg, you don't have as much stability, and your head starts to drift a little bit. But a good swing by Harper and a late dive by Tomlinson at second base. That's I want to get my uniform dirty with grass all over it, Dive. Trust me.
Vogelsong struck out Zimmerman last time. Over but low, ball 1. Ryan hit into a force play first time, but he was robbed of a hit by Brandon Crawford.
Probably won't see that one again. Zimmerman on it.
Yep.
kick is so big, but it's been real consistent with the timing of it and the landing. Landing soft, head staying still.
And there's Vogelsong again, working that outside edge. Hard throwing right-hander Hunter Strickland for the Giants. Pitch count mounting, and that's the reason he's at 91 in the 5th inning. And as we mentioned earlier, Vogelsong's been working out of the bullpen. This is his 2nd start replacing Mike Leake, who pulled a hamstring while working out when the Giants were in Atlanta. Fastball up, 2-2. Nats need a big 2-out knock to blow the lid off this offense and get something going. Pretty easy take, and it's 3-2.
Well, Jason Worth can make Ryan Zimmerman's life a whole lot easier if he starts locking in. But you can see right now, you know, word's out. Scouts sit in the stands. They know that Ryan Zimmerman's locked, and when he's locked, he's a tough out. Might even be the guy in the lineup that you circle right now, not to reach you.
Brandon Belt moves behind Harper. Price will get a good jump here. On the move on a 3-2 pitch. Big curveball gets Ryan Zimmerman. And now the Nats against a guy who's not a strikeout pitcher. 8 Ks, 5 innings. Two-1 Giants, bottom of the 5th, top of their order now. Blanco, Duffy, and Belt. And for Steven Strasburg so far, 72 pitches, 43 strikes. But we've had 14 Ks in this game. Strasburg 6 of those. And Blanco 1 for 2 with that first inning triple.
Grateful Dead Ks.
Far out, man.
Trippy Ks, man. The curveball was wild, dude.
I think Johnny Holiday still has a couple of T-shirts that look like those signs.
He probably does.
Blanco lays one down, but it's right in front of home plate. And Wilson Ramos, he took that nice and relaxed, and it ended up being kind of close.
Well, good thing he was relaxed, because I was like, throw it.
Tomorrow night it will be Max Scherzer and Matt Cain. Gio, Jake Peavy Saturday. Joe Ross, Madison Bumgarner Sunday. Then an off day Monday, and you're seeing the first 2 of 3 all at the same time at Coors Field. Max Scherzer just 1-3 career against the Giants, so he's got some scores to settle. High fly ball, first pitch off the bat of Matt Duffy, and way out there you can see Michael A. Taylor calling the ball. 2 outs now, and that's 6 in a row for Strasburg.
I'm looking at Vogelsong's strikeouts for the year, and tonight is season high. He's never had more than 6 all year long. Had 6 last start against the Cubs. Had 6 on the 18th at Seattle. And then a bunch of 5s and a bunch of 4s.
Yeah, Rendon twice tonight. Zimmerman twice. Brandon Belt, walk and a strikeout. I mean, that hook has been so good tonight. It's been very effective against the lefties as well. Can you remember any changeups, really?
Not really.
Just kind of a 2-pitch thing.
But it's Grateful Dead night. I can't remember anything.
Nope.
There's a changeup right on cue, Carp.
Okay. Thanks, Steven.
I remember that one, but just for a second.
Belt tries a little backhanded grab with his batting glove as the ball came off the backstop. First basemen have such good hands. One ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that first inning was huge. I mean, when you're scuffling as a ball club and you have the bases loaded, you're thinking, okay, the streak stops here. Here we go. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Yeah, you're waiting for that big hit, score 2 or 3 runs. Then everybody in the first base dugout says, okay, now we go.
And in that final at bat, Wilson Ramos took a pitch who was low and away. He swung at the first strike he saw, hit the bouncing ball to Tomlinson, and that was it for the rally. Well, that's a quick, close fastball in 96, and it's 3-2.
And the other side of that, Carp, if you don't drive in the runs, you go the other way. Start gripping the bat a little tighter, thinking, uh-oh.
Threw him a 3-2 curveball and walked him with Buster Posey on deck. Although Belt has been swinging a hot home run bat, as we noted earlier. 7 of his last 11 hits have been home runs.
Well, it's a good pitch by Strasburg. Even though it was ball 4, it was in the strike zone long enough where he was thinking Belt was going to offer at it and swing over the top. Good take by Belt, but no problem with that pitch.
So here's Buster Posey. And good morning to those of you back home. BCFP, DK from AT&T.
MSF.
And it's SF2, WSH, or some people go WAS 1, 5th inning.
And I'm going to try to forget that now. Posey got a curveball. He's been on the fastball from Strasburg all night.
Buster Posey has now hit safely in 31 of his last 38 games. And over that time, the batting average is right around .420. Another hook. Picked off cleanly by Wilson Ramos.
.339 against right-handers this year. 102 for .301 coming into tonight. That went up, and that's the best in the National League.
That fastball overpowered him, and he was late for it. Seemingly rising up and in. Runner at first, Belt 1-2. Strasburg turns over the changeup. A beauty. His 7th K of the night. Belt was on the move, and now this one moves into the 6th. It's become a pretty good battle.
Strong fan photo of the game. Tweet us your strongest fan photo using hashtag NatsCouchGavin. You just might see yourself on TV. I don't know where that is. But thanks, Kelly Murray. We appreciate it. Some good old-fashioned attitude right there.
Well done. Hope you're still up to see that. Hunter Strickland gave up 3 home runs to the Nats. Mr. Harper salved him a couple of times in the playoffs last year. He can bring it. The league's only hitting 198 against him.
Yeah, fastball 97. You just saw the slider right there at 85. Occasional changeup at 87.
And the numbers we give you are regular season numbers as a rule on the hitter-pitcher matchup. So in the regular season, Jason Worth has not faced him.
And I think it's safe to say that he and Bryce Harper did not exchange Christmas cards. Maybe they did. I don't know. Do people still
Maybe
send?
one guy sent one, but I don't think the other guy did.
Do you still send Christmas cards?
Sure.
I don't. But I'd send Bryce one.
97. Jason Worth gone in a hurry. 9th Nat to strike out tonight. Here's Dan.
Bob, I asked Matt Williams earlier today how he feels about his team's situational hitting, which is an area that he and his coaching staff put focus on this spring. He said it could be better, but overall, he just wants to see his team grind out more innings. He'd like to see 2-out hits, an extra base hit with 2 outs that kind of jumpstarts things. He's not really seeing that throughout the course of an inning, so situational hitting could be improved, moving guys over with less than 2 outs, but he'd like to see just kind of grind it out, battle, put your nose in there type of innings.
Well, right now, situational hitting is pretty difficult because there just aren't men on base.
Well, you got to have situations.
Yeah. So there's tonight's box. Escobar first pitch home run. Harper a walk and a single. The only other hit after the Desmond walk, Ramos the single in the 4th inning. So the Nats really one time tonight with a situation, and that was Taylor popping up with runners at 1st and 3rd. And 1 out. Now he and Desmond all locked up on that big curveball. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout career regular season against Hunter Strickland from Georgia. 26 years of age, big young man, 6'4", 220. Finally made it to the major leagues last year. This guy was in the minors for the better part of 8 years. And that was not close. Nishan will show you.
Yeah, 98 with some severe cut to it at the end. Watch this move away from Desmond. You could tell by the way Buster Posey catches that baseball that it had way more movement that you could tell on TV. And it was almost 100.
Next up, Wilson Ramos. One for 1 with an RBI against Strickland last year. Or actually earlier this year.
You know, I'm ever the optimist, but I did not see 1 run on 3 hits coming tonight. I thought tonight was going to be the night based on Vogelsong.
Well, you mentioned his season high in strikeouts.
And what he's done lately. I thought they were going to get him. First pitch of the game, home run, Yunel Escobar. After that, nothing. Settled down nice.
One ball, 1 strike. Ramos will pull it over to the left side. Matt Duffy. Nats go 1-2-3 in a hurry against the Fireballer. 2-1 as we move bottom 6.
Strasburg, not all about the strikeouts tonight. We're going to show you some. 7 strikeouts for the big right-hander. But more about keeping his team in the ball game. And after giving up 2 in the first inning, really settled into this one. And he's waiting for some offense.
Yeah, kind of like Jordan Zimmerman last night. 7 great innings at Dodger Stadium, a run on 2 hits. Boy, a yacker and a heater, and Strasburg really throwing well.
Time for 2 out of K's for kids. We just showed you 7 of them, so 7 times 37, that's $500 million to the Children's Inn at NAH for every strikeout by Nats pitcher this season.
Strasburg, 82 Ks in 73 innings, and Hunter Pence is gone. Not happy. But I'm telling you, those first 2 pitches to him, as nasty as Steven Strasburg has been this year. And you and I were very curious about this start coming out of what he did last week.
Yeah, and he's backed it up big time. You look at the Giants box, not a whole lot except for Buster Posey. And the big hit in the first inning, and that's it. 2-1.
One of the great temptations in this game is to get really amped about something you see once. And we were so happy for Strasburg and the way Steven came out last week, but it was almost as if we were thinking along the same lines. Now, looking ahead to San Francisco next week, let's see what he does. And that question has been answered.
Well, he was great coming off the DL the first time, so maybe not quite as curious because of the fact that he's 3-0 with a 1.19 in his last 4 starts before tonight. He's been doing this for a while. There was just a bunch in between while he's on the DL.
For a moment, Jason Worth thought about challenging that drive. Brandon Crawford drops one in front of him after striking out twice. So the Giants have their 7th base hit. Next up, Justin Maxwell. Ground ball to second, fly ball to right. And Stevens had him late all evening. Felipe Rivero, because Strasburg is due to bat second in the 7th. Late again, not a play right side. For the achiever in you, PNC Bank with our minor league report. We check in on Trey Turner again. Last 10 games now at Syracuse, 341 RBIs, scoring runs. And between San Antonio, Harrisburg, and Syracuse, having a huge year.
36 extra base hits, 53 stakes, 65 runs.
He might be looking at his last year ever in the minor leagues.
What are you thinking? You're thinking that he's showing that he's better than every level he's played at.
0-2 breaking ball, and Ramos smothers it. 2 pitch. Didn't miss by much at the bottom of the zone. Season high 113. That was that start at Philly end of June when he went 7 in a 3-2 win. On his way to a win against the Giants July 4th, but had to leave with the injury. Only pitched 3 2/3. And then brilliant against the Rockies last week. 2-2. Maxwell to Desmond. Rendon safe at first. Anthony had to turn it quickly. Ball not hit that hard.
Ryan's looking into the first base dugout. Matt Williams has a question. And Randy Knorr went down to the telephone. So a lot of times it doesn't look like you stay on the base. And we'll look at it together. Pretty good slide by Brandon Crawford. Run a little traffic there and making Rendon throw that ball wide. They're not going to look at it. And let's see if Ryan stayed on first base. Ooh. He did, but Maxwell beat it.
Here's Kelby Tomlinson, the second baseman, number 8 hitter. A triple and a strikeout.
Yeah, he beats it, but Ryan stays on the bag. That's why Ryan looked into his own dugout like, hey, if they said I was off the bag, my foot was on. Maxwell tried to steal right there, got too good a jump and stopped.
Hunter Strickland is on deck, but Sergio Romo just rushed down to the bullpen. Giants lead 2-1, 6th inning. Strasburg trying to finish strong before they hit for him. Justin Maxwell hasn't done a lot of running. 2 for 3 this year. He was a combination of speed and power when he first came up with the Nats.
All of a sudden Ricky Henderson's at first.
Over the years, 135 minor league stolen bases. But he's not in scoring position. And a 1-0 pitch, and Steven Strasburg continues to overpower right-handed batters with that fastball. There's Sergio Romo, who ran out of the dugout and headed for the bullpen as soon as Maxwell hit into that force play.
But you look at the Giants bench, they're so young. There's not a lot of experience on Bruce Bochy's bench. Adrianza, Lawless, Perez, these guys.
And a ball hit up the middle. Desmond to his left. Wheels and fires and throws him out.
There was a little mustard on that throw for me and Desmond. Wow. Nice play. On Kelby Tomlinson, way up the middle, and watch the spin move, but more importantly, after you see the range, the throw. Boom! Give me the hit speed on that throw, or put a radar gun behind first. I guarantee you that's over 90 miles an hour. With the momentum going away from the play, good transfer, and just lets it rip right on the money to Ryan Zimmerman. That play's a lot tougher than he made it look. That was beautiful.
Tahiri Adrianza, second base. So they go with a double switch here. Tomlinson out. Actually straight up because Strickland's still pitching. And it's Michael A. Taylor for the 7th, and then Clint Robinson is on deck. Goes with the fastball, and it's flied to right. Hunter Pence right there.
National season plan holders, you can renew right now your plans for the 2016 season. Season plan holders are renewed by August 31st. You can also secure extra 2015 postseason tickets. Visit nationals.com/renew for all your renewal and postseason ticket details. The guy came up from LA. The rest from DC. Lots of Nats fans here again tonight.
Clint Robinson, 5 hits, couple of RBIs as a pinch hitter this year. He's 5 for 24. Bats for Strasburg. Steven went 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, 101 pitches, 63 strikes. Quite a night, especially after all the hot water he was in the first 2 innings. Robinson, first career matchup with Hunter Strickland.
I got that by Michael Taylor looming large in the 4th inning, right?
Oh, yeah. First and third, one up.
Yeah,
Pop up.
Pop up the second. When you're scuffling offensively, every little thing looms large.
So he got the backdoor slider for a strike and then blew away Robinson. And of the 5 hitters Strickland has faced, he has fanned 3.
Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers are donating $250 to the Children's National Health System for every strikeout by a Nats player this season. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection. Well, you're looking at the offense tonight, folks. Right there, Yunel Escobar.
Yep, only 2 harmless singles besides his first pitch of the game, home run. Facing Strickland, regular season first time. 1 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch breaking ball is fouled off to the right. Another great crowd for the Giants. 42,109. This is their 383rd consecutive regular season sellout.
I think it's rocking tonight. Tomorrow night, Orange Friday, where the Giants players wearing orange jerseys and everybody dresses up like it's Halloween.
And Escobar with a tapper out to short. Brandon Crawford. And the Nats continue to be mowed down by the San Francisco pitching staff. It's our Hyundai 7th inning stretch from the Bay into the ballpark. 2-1 Giants. It seems like more, but this game's still up for grabs.
Benz of Arlington, Mercedes-Benz of Alexandria. 2-1 Giants as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, and we're going to show you a little Buster Posey because that's really the difference in this ball game, going all the way back to the first inning where all the scoring happened. Yunel Escobar, a leadoff home run, then a triple, a single, a walk, and a Buster Posey single. A couple of runs for the Giants, and that's where we've been ever since about, what, 7:40? 10:40 Eastern. Crickets.
Appearance number 24 for Felipe Rivero. 26 innings, 25 hits, 27 Ks, 4 walks. Right now the Giants have their bullpen set up. Romo warming for the 8th. Juan Perez hitting for Strickland. 6 up, 6 down for him, 3 on strikes. Out of play, right side. To outfielder Juan Perez.
So Romo versus Harper in a 1-run game, huh? No Javi Lopez?
Interesting. Perez first at bat this year, and he pops it up. Bryce will call off Anthony Rendon for the first out, bottom 7. Numbers continue to pile up, heading the wrong way since the All-Star break, winning only 10 of 26 games. Batting average, well, that would be the worst in baseball over a season. On base percentage, probably following suit. ERA, about a third of a run per game higher than what the season number is. So it's been a combination of things.
It's been a streaky ball club. You're just hoping, if you're Matt Williams, that the streak comes soon the other way. He hasn't been streaky. He's been lights out.
Gregor Blanco sees Rivero for the first time.
Oh.
At the knees. Nats' longest winning streak this year, 8 in a row. Best month, May, 18-9. But under 500 since.
Need a spark. Need some fire. Tell you what, when you're not hitting, it looks worse than it is because, you know, there's not a whole lot of reasons to high five, jump around, get dirty, break up a double play, and have that spark and fire. So it just looks really bad when you don't have a lot of offense going on.
And Rivero delivers one to the outside edge. That winning streak was from June 19th till the 28th. Pirates, Braves at home, Phillies on the road before the Nats lost the last game of that series. Actually lost the first game of the second game of a doubleheader. That was when that one game was rained out. Nats had a 6-game streak back in the middle of May, but that's really been it. Three and 2 to Blanco, and another foul off to the left side.
Tell you what, driving in from the airport last night, looking where old Candlestick Park used to be, that was kind of weird to see it gone.
It was, yeah.
Totally demolished. There's the old foghorn from the stick. That place was rugged, boy. Rugged.
Good word. Walked in with a fastball up on 3 and 2.
Was it up? Look at Las Diaz putting both hands in the air like what? I think he was reacting to Rivero's react. Let's see. Fastball. It was up. Ramos tried to frame it. And look at Rivero and watch Las Diaz.
Mercedes-Benz tracking that one for ball 4. And now Matt Duffy, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI single. There's one of those numerous bullpen appearances we've been talking about for the last month. Have to keep it a 1-run game. Blake Trinan. If it gets to Posey. And Felipe drops in the breaking ball at 79. No balls, 2 strikes.
Shortstop.
Not a bad 0-2 pitch.
No, Felipe bouncing all over the place after that pitch.
Well, Giants getting some help tonight. Reds 9, Dodgers 2, 6th inning at Dodger Stadium. San Fran 3.5 games behind LA.
I had that stat last time. Let me pull it up again real quick. I thought it was one of the better stats of the year. Dodgers have a .622 winning percentage when Kershaw and Greinke start, and a .515 with everybody else. And that's everybody else.
Yeah. Nats had a win Monday night against everybody else. Brett Anderson in that case.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. A runner aboard.
That series went just how Don Mattingly drew it up. Sacrificial lamb first game. Put all your extras in there after you get back at 5 in the morning from Pittsburgh. And then really count on your 2 aces to win the second 2 games. So lose 1 to win 2. It worked perfectly for the Dodgers skipper.
And they not only won, they helped spin a couple of shutouts. With not that much help from the bullpens. Runner goes. Throw bounces. Safe.
Every call. I mean, I'm conditioned like Pavlov's dogs right now to look into the Nats dugout after every call. But you see Randy Knorr after every close call, and you see this in every dugout in baseball now.
Good job of the tag.
Yeah.
Dropped by Rendon, and the Nats are going to waste some time here.
I like taking a lot of time on these. Well, why not? There's no time limit. Look at it 400 times in the clubhouse. Yeah, pace of play, but if it's a big call in a 1-run game,
yeah,
looks like they're not going to challenge. It's good uni. Pretty good tag, like you said, Cart, by Rendon. Fielded the short hop. Got him on the bicep. Looked like the hand might have snuck in there.
So 2-2 to Duffy. And this is their guy with runners in scoring position. Amazing lately. 17 for 36, including once tonight. That one to short in front of the runners, so Blanco has to retreat. Desmond throws out Duffy, 2 outs. Just to look at the wild card and everything right now, the Nats, well, this one will decide whether it's 3.5 or 4.5 at the end of the night. And then if the Nats don't win the division, they've got a problem. Because the Giants right now are 5 behind the Cubs, who've won 6 in a row. Pirates won at St. Louis tonight. They're far and away the wild card leader.
Well, the way it stands now, division or bust.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
Could change.
And a breaking ball hit to left, not carrying, and that's going to bring in a run. Brandon Belt fights one off, and the Giants lead 3-1.
That's just typical Giants baseball right there. They get a walk, they steal a base, they bloop one in, and they score a run. It's never fancy with the Giants. It's always scrap, claw, fight, dig in, and find a way.
And win, right?
And win.
So Blake Trinan will come in to face Buster Posey. 2/3 of an inning for Rivero. The costly walk, the steal, and then the bloop, and the Giants are on top 3-1. Trinan, Posey, the matchup in San Fran coming up. And now Blake Trinan against Buster Posey. He's retired him all 3 times. They have faced each other, and here's Blake relying mostly on the heater.
Fastball a million, pretty good slider lately. He's been throwing strikes, 36 appearance for Trinan. Been very aggressive in the strike zone since being recalled from AAA Syracuse. And all he has to do now is get Buster Posey out.
Posey tonight 2 for 3. RBI number 76. There's that slider, 87. And you'll see some knees bending and some shoulders dipping when he throws that well.
Kind of like you on the dance floor.
Betcha.
Yep.
I saw that guy on the board dancing to the Bee Gees a moment ago.
Yeah, that was good stuff. He was into it. He was feeling it.
And it's only Thursday. One ball, one strike. That is some severe damage. Buster Posey gone. To the 8th we go. 2, 3, 4. Rendon, Harper, and Ryan Zimmerman. 3-1 Giants.
2-1 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. I want to show you that Blake Trinan fastball that simply chainsawed Buster Posey's bat. Former MVP and a candidate this year. Watch the two-seam fastball just totally destroy Buster Posey's bat. So a first pitch slider than that. And a good thing that didn't hit Blake Trinan, but what a pitch. Get the chainsaw out. Buster Posey still talking to himself, but are you kidding me? Who's this guy that throws a 98 with that kind of run?
Well, we think it's Romo for Rendon, and then Javier Lopez for Harper. He's warming up. So here's Sergio Romo.
Slider, 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 slider.
Rendon has faced him one time regular season, actually facing him for the first time. Regular season, it's in there. Giants closer for a number of years, and now a solid setup guy for Santiago Casilla. 3-1 Giants. They've out-hit the Nats 8-3. That was a fastball. He ran back to the outside corner. Brandon Belt over by the Nats bullpen for the out. And we'll see if they make the change. Bryce Harper 0 for 1 career against Romo. And it looks like he stays. Like the only walking Romo, or rather Lopez, is doing is back to the dugout. 1-run game. They make that change for sure, right? But they're up by 2.
Lefty's hitting .419 against Romo. I'll first guess this one.
Okay. Harper, base hit.
Lefty's hitting .425 against Romo.
And Bryce is 2 for 3 on base 3 times tonight.
Well, the tack-on run allowed Bruce Bochy to stay with his right-hander because here comes Zimmerman and Wirth. Right. If it was a 1-run game, there's no way Bryce Harper is facing Sergio Romo. So tie and run to the plate in the form of Ryan Zimmerman, and Romo thought that was funny.
Ryan Zimmerman 0 for 2 career against Romo regular season. But swinging the bat well, he's the tying run. And here's where the big boys for the Nats need to come in and change the look of this game in the late innings.
Well, the one thing you know about Romo, if you faced him before or seen him pitch, he's going to give you nothing to pull. He'll throw that first pitch fastball away for a strike and now expand with about 14 sliders. Here they come. And how you beat him is with singles. And maybe you get a double in the gap, but he's not going to give you anything to pull ever.
And when Harper got that hit, that broke a streak of 13 consecutive batters retired by Romo.
Another 2-fer for Bryce Harper. Average up to .332.
Some kind of frisbee right there.
Well, it's a no-dot slider, and what does that mean? You know, as a hitter, you usually pick up the dot when the slider's rotating. You see like a white dot on the baseball, but with Romo, the way he grips it, the way he throws it, you can't pick up that dot. Looks like a fastball till the last second, hangs a left.
Ryan Zimmerman strikes out for the 3rd time in a row. 2 outs in the 8th, and the Nats have struck out 12 times tonight.
Well, there's a slider again from Romo. And it looked like Ryan actually took a lot out of his swing there with 2 strikes and tried to serve that to right. He just ran out of bat.
Romo has struck out Jason Wirth 4 times. Jason 0 for 6 career with a base on balls. Runner goes, and Harper is safe, and that was close. Just got in there, did Bryce, with his 5th of the year.
How about Posey from a knee? And down by 2, you can't get caught. Not a big lead by Harper, but you like the effort trying to get something going for the Nats, and he was safe. Looks like the Giants are kind of looking at the video. They're not going to challenge it, but Posey from a knee. Look at this throw. Talk about arm strength. Right on the money. But hey, try to make something happen, and you have to like that. A chance to make it a 3-2 game. Now you don't have to think about a home run. Just your mindset changes if you're Jason Worth to a base knock. Flip one to right. Make it a one-run game.
Worth 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Away, and tonight the Nats have made 24 outs, and 13 of them have been strikeouts. Max Scherzer for the Nats on the road, 7-3 with a 1.87 ERA. So 7 of his 11 W's away from home. Matt Cain, 2-3 with a 5.59. Looking for his 98th career win. He's also trying to even his career record. He's 5-5 in 14 starts against the Nats with 3 complete games. 9:30, Johnny and Ray, Nats Extra, Masson 2. And then FP and I join you 10 o'clock straight up from AT&T Park.
Visit the Fitz this summer for great baseball and affordable family fun. Lots of good stuff in August. For all your ticket and promotional information, visit PotomacNationals.com.
Blake Treinen to Hunter Pence, 97 with run. Pence 2 for 2 career against Blake with a walk. By the way, the Nationals offense now, 1 run in 27 innings. One swing by him.
On the first pitch of the game.
Yeah.
And then the other 100 and so many odd pitches. Matt Williams' club just really in a rut offensively. A lot of managers, when stuff like this happens, shake up the lineup a little bit.
Up the middle, and Ian Desmond, nice big hop. On time. Ian's had a good night. It's short. First out, bottom 8.
Been on teams wearing a rut, and nobody knows his personnel better than Matt Williams and know what's going on in that clubhouse, that dugout with injuries and whatnot. I've been on ball clubs where you're in a big time scuffle, and just a different look for a couple of games. Gives you a different feel as a ball club, a different vibe. Would you have, say, somebody else leading off, somebody else here, shake it up a little bit. You come sit next to me for a couple days, this guy's going to play, and all of a sudden you have a different feel because it's not that same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that's been scuffling. You know, it adds a little pick-me-up to you.
Desmond again off the bat of Brandon Crawford. 2 quick outs. 3 ground balls in a row going back to last inning for Blake Trinan.
Nats fans, I know you're awake. Never miss a game update, behind the scenes moment, or exclusive contests. Follow at Masson Nationals on Twitter for all the latest buzz. Again, that's at Masson Nationals on Twitter. Or you can find Bob Carp. No, he's not on it. Sorry. And there's your nightly shot, partner.
Still thinking about it. Heavy sinker low to Justin Maxwell. 0 for 3. Big thing for Blake Trinan, throwing strikes like he is right now. When he was sent down to Syracuse, he went down there and had 5 scoreless appearances before he came back, replacing Aaron Barrett. All the stuff in the world with the fastball slider combination. There's that slight piece at 89.
It's good stuff.
4 in a row, top of the ninth. It'll be Desmond, Wilson Ramos, and Michael A. Taylor to follow him. To you by Land Rover, above and beyond. Kind of like where Willie McCovey used to hit them. The captain of McCovey Cove. Matt Williams ball club struggling offensively. 4 hits all night. Now facing Santiago Casilla.
27 saves, but he has blown 5 saves this year.
A fastball 93, slider 88. Occasional curve and occasional changeup.
He and Desmond career against him, 1 for 4. Desmond 0 for 1 tonight with a pair of walks. And this one backs up. Matt Duffy, 1 out. Well, here we are at AT Park. Ball game started at 10:10 Washington time tonight, approaching the 3-hour mark. 2 outs to go. Ramos and Taylor to keep Casilla from his 28th save.
The type of situations in the past with the Nationals that even if they didn't win the game, they'd make you sweat a little bit. A couple guys on. Rally brewing. Always used to use the term die hard. Haven't said that a lot this year.
Could be a big night for the Giants as the Dodgers continue to trail Cincinnati by a wide margin. Wilson Ramos 1 for 3 with a base hit against Casilla. Career 0 for 1. And if the Nats drop this one, they will be 2 games over 500. That was close. It was low, but Casilla had serious swing back action on that one.
I need a base runner. Find a way to get on. See if you can pop one out of here. Extend this game anyhow.
Danny Espinosa next for Taylor. Actually, after Taylor. Michael A. is on deck. That's for the pitcher's spot. And Ramos will hit it hard, but Brandon Crawford is right there. Nats extra straight ahead. Johnny Holiday, Ray Knight. And the final hope is Michael A. Taylor with Danny Espinosa next. One ball, one strike. Taylor rips one to left. Ball carrying down to the corner. So the Nats have life with the tying run coming into the batter's box on Michael A. Taylor now. First hit of the night.
Well, that's dying hard. 2 strikes, crowd on their feet. You're on the road. You're a young player. Not an easy situation for Michael Taylor. All of a sudden, AT&T Park quiet as a tie-in run comes to the plate in the form of a guy with double-digit home runs this year. And whatever win there is here at AT&T is blowing out to right.
Danny Espinosa, 2 for 2. Single, double career against Casilla.
Probably won't see anything to pull here, you'd think, right? I mean, you have to be ready for a mistake on the inner half, but Buster Posey too smart to really call for anything on the inner half of the plate that he can pull in the water.
And that went up and away. Casilla has given up 5 home runs this year.
Pretty good numbers.
Yeah. Only Danny's, this might surprise you, 5th pinch hitting at bat this year, looking for that first hit. Then a ball tailing away, and the count's even 1-1.
Well, now you're loose. How big is that tack-on run in the 7th for the Giants to make it 3-1 instead of a 2-1 game?
Yep.
We're talking about a base hit to tie this one up right now.
That's right in there at 94 to the outside half. And the Nats have one more strike with which to work.
Might have got a little more plate than he wanted right there at the 1-1 fastball. That looked middle to me. And that's down to the last strike. Base hit and the stolen base works here too, by the way. Doesn't have to be a home run.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Danny Espinosa strikes out on a hard-breaking ball, and the Nats continue to slump with the bats, and now they've lost 3 in a row on this road trip, set down 3-1 on just 5 hits by the Giants tonight.